Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie 6 teats apart, Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn. Sit tight, because we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, we got to dish, girl. Let's dish.
I mean, not only are we going to dish about this episode, which I loved, but I just miss talking to people.
Yeah.
Even you.
Yeah. Even me? I miss being together, too. It is weird to do this through FaceTime, but we do what we can.
We've both lived in our place now for like, what, a week and a half?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
How is everything? How is Kiki? People were enthralled. They needed to know, where did Kiki's name come from?
Kiki's great. She is adjusting to the home. Her name came from this idea that I had with my roommate. Whenever she sees the cat, she goes, like, come here. Like, that's like how you speak to cats or how she spoke to cats. So I started doing that, and then they always come to me when I make that sound. So Kiki is just an exaggerated version of Kiki.
So a lot of people in the comments thought that it was from Kiki's delivery service. That's not true.
No,
Well,
it's onomatopoeia.
It's just Kiki.
sounds. Phonetics.
Whenever I see a cat, instead of saying like Kiki, I say, "Get away, devil." Can I tell you a sad childhood story?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I was a very troubled teen, and it was because I was gay, but I didn't know what that meant. And so my dad thought if I got a pet that was just for me, that I would not be so angry. Spoiler alert, super angry all the time, didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to adopt a cat from the Memphis Pound. Have I told this story on IMHO before? Actually, you know what? I have told this story, but I'm going to tell it again because it is so devastating. And if you have not heard this story before, it will end the happiness that you are experiencing today.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. So we adopt this cat. Of course, I'm a young gay kid, so I name her Judy Garland, because what else would you name a young kitten other than a woman who died 40 years ago of drug addiction? And my dad's like, okay, let's go to Walmart and let's buy her all the stuff, but we're not going to take the kitten with us. So I put her under a laundry basket.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad had this habit of whenever we left the house, he'd open all the doors, which I think is like an old white dad thing, because he wants the air to circulate because they didn't have air in the 40s. So he opens the door, forgetting the cat's in there. We have filled up the cart with all of the cat stuff. And I never got stuff on my own because I had a twin brother. So my entire life, my brother and I had to get the same stuff. So this was a cart filled with stuff just for me and my pet. So we're in the CDs, because I'm going to buy a CD single from Waiting to Exhale. Count on Me, CeCe Winans and Whitney Houston.
Yes.
And my dad gets a phone call and he goes, "What?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "The cat's dead. We won't need any of this shit." And he pushes the cart down the aisle. And I was like, "Come on." So I burst into tears. He's like, "Stop crying." My dog, I guess, had gone into the room and bitten the head off. And we never found it.
So just the torso.
Just the torso.
And
So it was like Grinder. It was like Grinder for cats.
Oh.
But the next day was Mother's Day, and we got another cat named Judy Garland and just pretended the other one never existed.
Oh my God.
She lived to be 20 years old. She just died last year. She was a monster. She was miserable at the end of her life. She couldn't groom herself anymore, so they had to put olive oil in her hair to make all the mats fall out. So there was just this little skinny old cat covered in olive oil wandering around the house going for the last like 5 years.
You let her live when she was supposed to go.
Yeah, she was supposed to go.
I hated that your dad's reaction was just being so angry.
That's my dad. That's where I get it.
Nah.
You know, if you've ever wondered. But Kiki's fine.
Yeah, Kiki's great. Her head's on her body.
Good.
She gets scared at like high-pitched sounds, so I try not to squeak too much. It looks like Alexis is trying to notify us with something. Cut it out.
Hang on, let's see. Alexis, she does have a statement.
Alexis?
Hang on, let's hear it.
I've never had crabs.
She doesn't have crabs. Okay. We've heard that. So we are all caught up. Cats are still alive. Well, not mine, but yours. We have a lot to get into this episode. Chan, overall, this episode was great.
Solid. The best episode so far.
So for sure. The Rusical episodes are always pretty good. We start this episode with a reminder that Aiden is gone. Wah, wah, wah. Have you seen all of the Patricia Quinn response to Aiden? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Why is she so
She's so
persistent
mad
about this? She's so angry.
I'm like, girl, I went on YouTube the other day and I was getting recommended these videos of interviews of her from years ago. And I'm like, that is because of Drag Race, Patricia Quinn. There was a moment that made me laugh out loud though. Someone had tweeted, thanks to Aiden, now people think she doesn't have an accent. I mean, they said more than that. It's out of context. But that little phrase of like, yeah, I would get it, because now people think she doesn't have an accent. Aiden is gone, and then everyone's like, oh, Aiden, oh, poor Aiden. And Widow's like, y'all
Y'all are
you
fake.
didn't care
Y'all
about
are
her
being
before,
fake.
y'all are fake.
I think with Brita saying it, it does make it seem like she's a little fake too, because Brita comes from theater.
Because Brita comes from
theater, the theater.
What does that mean?
I just think sometimes actors are very good at
Faking it?
role playing and adapting and not being transparent in performing, even in conversation too.
Looking back on it, that statement from Widow, I think I'm taking it a little more seriously because I think she's the new villain.
Oh.
Or at least she's being portrayed as like kind of bitter. Because they knew Brita was going, so they needed to start the storyline of a new person.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was just, it was all very like, this is stupid, this is bad, y'all suck. I don't know. I
She
think
gave
it
me
could be
like
both.
the psychic that was just like foreshadowing, like something evil is coming Brita's way. Like,
Is that what the psychics sound like where you are?
yeah, from Texas, they don't talk like this. It's very post-verbal.
Mine sounds like Dionne Warwick. So then Heidi brings up the fact that in Untucked, Gigi said that she was ugly. And then Gigi said, that's not what I said.
Does it come off as bullying?
I think it's mainly every time Gigi starts to explain herself, someone interrupts. And because Gigi is a little more, what's the right word? She's polite.
Passive,
and she's like,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, passive. Yeah. So she doesn't want to ruffle any feathers. So she kind of lets, is it ruffle or rustle?
Ruffle.
You ruffle feather, you rustle crow. Yeah.
An oiled up daddy.
Been there.
Good morning.
It's never easy to hear that a group of people think that your makeup is bad. I mean, Chan, what's that like? I don't know that it's bullying. I think Gigi was really coming from a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Was it great timing on a TV show with a group of people who feel the same way you do? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that made me kind of giggle was, because Widow also kind of got a little bit of critiques. Widow's like talking about it. She's mad about it, right? And Jackie is specifically a part of this. And she's basically talking about it so that people will apologize. So then everyone does apologize. And then Widow's like, nope, those are Apollo lies. Which the editors loved so much, they put the definition on the screen. Do not give her this merch. Apollo lies.
Apollo lies.
Apollo lies. We are part of the Drag Race fandom. We already have a lies quote. It is Liza Minnelli lies. And that is all I need to hear.
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli lies and Ru apologize. That's all I need.
True.
Apollo lies. I don't have time. You and Jada with Jada's "This is not RuPaul's excuse" race. Y'all go figure something else out. Because
you're upset that they're trying to make lingo.
Wait, you were complaining, I would think, because you want them to realize that they were wrong. And then they said, yeah, sorry, we're sorry about that. Yeah. And then she's like, that's all fake. Well then, what do you want? I have to preface all of this. I know we're going to get comments. Widow really rubbed me the wrong way this episode.
Oh.
And I know that I know it's a double standard because I have multiple times said that I think Brita is getting a certain edit. Do I think Widow's getting a certain edit? Yes, but it still rubbed me the wrong way.
Okay.
I get it. I get the double standard. I know it's there.
I really wasn't too bothered by Widow's stance. I thought it just raised the stakes a little bit more, like, ooh, there's actual drama that they have to sort through. Oh.
JB, don't put that in your mouth. She's so cute that when she chews on very expensive things like flower crowns from Amazon, I can't help, I just gotta laugh. You have to laugh.
You know what else is cute? Whenever kids joke around and wrestle and be violent, but then they go, and then it's not cute when they go to school and bring a gun and then shoot people. So don't say anything's too cute too soon, you know what I mean?
Ma'am, schools are closed. Then we go to the next day. Jan So on the, oh wait, hang on. She's getting on the couch. I'm sorry. Hang on, baby. Okay, go ahead. Now she's on the couch. Here you go. You can be on the couch. She's here. JB's here. So the next day, Jan tries to get in on this lingo craze. And she says Jansition instead of transition. So I guess she's also part of the trans erasure problem.
No.
Jan would never.
Jan, don't do that.
No, Jan would never. She's a gift.
Look, they're writing their lines in that hotel room. I know it. They're like, I'm gonna say this the next day.
Of course they are. You can only watch House Hunters for 4 hours before you get bored. So then Rue walks in and we all find out the main challenge is Madonna the Rusical, which means we're not going to get a mini challenge again. We haven't had a mini challenge in a while, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 episodes, right?
I'm not mad. The mini challenges are just mini challenges.
But they like determine who's going to be the team leader, and that's usually like
an issue. Yeah, I think. She just kicked me. They're told that, you know, there's going to be a choreography element, and Widow's like, haha, Jackie, Karma's a bitch.
She's being the bitter queen.
It's so bitter. And Jackie, like, in the group before this, she was like, I'm so sorry. That's not, like, I didn't mean to gang up on you. Like, she was being genuine. And then she's like, oh, Jackie, you have to dance? You can't dance. Karma's a bitch. I was like, whoa. And I know, as a very insecure person myself, I get it. It comes from an insecure place. 100%.
What, as bullying?
The bitter attitude. I almost fought the USPS man today. I mean, that all came from a place of insecurity because I just don't know how to open my mailbox.
Now, what does he have that you don't? Because you could do
my
whatever
packages.
He does. You're right, well.
Then we go to, they're going to record the soundtrack because they are going to lip sync to their own voices. So they go and meet with Michelle Visage, who is a Madonna expert, according to VH1. Oh. Jan goes first. Jan didn't want to do Young Madonna because she didn't want to go first. Jan specifically said, I don't want to go first. And everyone's like, you should do it. No one else wants to do it. You should do it. She's like, okay, I'll do it, but I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. So then Jan does it. And she blows it out of the water. And then Widow is mad. Widow is mad because why do we have to follow Jan? Whose idea was it for Jan to go first? Everyone's. Yours.
Just mad at Jan for no reason.
I tell you.
Jan is taking the volunteer spot.
Yeah, Jan was like, fine, I'll do what you want me to do, but it's not what I want to do. And then she does it, and you're like, why are you doing this?
I was mute to it. I was mute to it till you opened my eyes to it. Wow, she was really mean.
And Devil's Advocate, I'm sure multiple people had the same kind of fun, you know, silly, like, why did we let her do this? But in the context of the editing, I was like, you got me. You got me, producers. You got me, storyline producers. So then we get into some foreshadowing that is classic Drag Race. We get Brita, who has Michelle's favorite Madonna song. She's doing really well. She's making everyone laugh, which you know translates into they fail during the challenge. That's that's classic Drag Race. And then on the flip side, Gigi is nervous. She's shaking. She's doing a part she didn't want to do. And then you know she's going to kill it in the challenge.
She said that she couldn't do that Madonna scoot. But then she fully did it in her first lip sync.
Because she can do anything. The one issue I had with Gigi during all of this is she did say that she doesn't know who Patti LuPone is. She said in the Talking Heads, I've heard of the name, but I don't know who she is. Now I get it. She's young. But Chan, you're young. You know Patti LuPone.
Patti LuPone, she's that actor, right?
She is the incredible Broadway superstar, actor, Tony Award winner, singer, tour guide in her own basement during the quarantine.
She's the one that goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, she sings like that, right? I'll look her up. Is she on Spotify?
Chan.
She's like Doja Cat, right? Like, she does parodies.
Did you just compare her to Weird Al?
No, I know Patti LuPone.
Okay.
Just from Gypsy, though.
Well, I'll send you a playlist.
Oh. Gigi's mom reached out to us and said that she's such a fan of the show and she's loving our little review show.
She messaged IMHO on Instagram, and if you follow IMHO, thank you for doing that. We're good with stories, we're bad with posts, but we'll get better. Isn't that nice?
Aww, how sweet.
And then,
is it because we said that she'd win?
I think it's because we like Gigi so much. But I did say, I was like, can you please be our mommy now? So then we go to choreography. It's choreography time, which is something, I would excel in, obviously. It's Jamal Sims. We've seen him on Drag Race before. He's choreographer Madonna, so he clearly knows Madonna. Are you a Madonna fan?
I know maybe like 4 or 5 of her songs. My mom was a big Madonna fan, so we listened to it in the house growing up. We like that Papa Don't Preach.
I'm in trouble deep. I did that song once at Sidetrack at a Madonna night, and I was pregnant, and I brought out a wire hanger, and I undid the wire hanger as I cried during the last chorus.
That song into No More Wire Hangers.
I feel the same way you do. I love that she's a part of our world. I love that she's a pop icon. There are a few songs that I love, like Papa Don't Preach. Kelly Osbourne did a version of it, and I love it. That is not an ironic statement. Kelly Osbourne, so good. Sidetrack does a Madonna night, and it is so fun. It makes me want to listen to her more, because the fandom of Madonna, I think, is so positive and fun. JB, honestly. Okay. Ooh. Then we find out during the choreography, the most exciting part of the whole episode.
1 second.
Uh-oh. Your fart blanket?
Yeah.
JB is sitting her bare butthole on my foot.
Oh, she loves it.
The most exciting part of the whole episode, we find out the fans they are using in rehearsal, they're Daft Boy fans.
They're who?
Daft Boy fans. They're Daft Boy fans. They're just a brand of fans that clearly had paid for that sponsorship. Remember when they did Dirt Squirrel?
Oh yeah.
On Dragula? Yeah, this is Drag Race's version of Dirt Squirrel. Yeah, make sure you have your Daft Boy fan up. You were 1 count late on your Daft Boy lift. Remember that your Daft Boy fan needs to be here and not here. Daft Boy?
Were you secretly paid? Because you're really saying their name a lot.
I was paid in wine though, and I've already drank it. Then we find out Widow hurt her knee, episode 1. It is open.
Wait, she hurt her knee?
Yeah, she busted her knee open in episode 1. And so almost immediately she brings that up.
How does she bust her knee open in episode 1 and then in that other lip sync she was twisting her foot forward. She's trying to rip her body apart. Not our fault.
I think she's trying to do a Eureka and rip her body apart so she can come back next season.
1 second, my thing came down again. Come on, girl.
What are you using? Are you using government nails? You know they don't make them like they used to.
I have pajamas on.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah!
And dirty socks.
Yeah.
And Alexis has pajamas on. You wear the dress on top, and you wear pajamas on the bottom.
Yes.
Pajama jeans.
Free ballin'.
'Cause I'm free. Free ballin'. We're the first person to ever make that joke.
Yeah, we're funny.
Okay, so then we see Jackie is a robot as she dances, and they say you gotta be a horny robot. I don't want a horny robot in my world. I can barely please the men who are constantly asking for sexual favors. I don't need my toaster to start.
Isn't everyone who's horny a robot?
We're a robot to our hormones.
Think about that.
You're right. You're right. Brita's also struggling. She does a weird Roger Rabbit, which, haven't we all? She prays to Madonna for help, which is clearly not going to work. You got to pray to King Jesus, but he's in a tomb. Hang on. Who do you pray to when Jesus is in a tomb? Oprah.
When Jesus died, Oprah rose to power.
You get a tomb. You get a tomb. You get a tomb. They're getting ready. Jackie has put on her producer hat once again. She's a storyline producer. She has some stories to get out. So she goes, Madonna's great. She really stood up for the LGBTQ community when no one else would, which led Heidi to say, my gunkle died of AIDS. Well, she said HIV, but I assume she means he died of AIDS.
HIV/AIDS, right.
I love when they share pictures of their loved ones who passed on, because what a nice tribute. Like, how good must it feel that you lost your uncle so many years ago, and you get to bring him to, like, an international stage.
Yeah. Are they doing that more often this season, or is it just me? Because I feel like this season they've been doing more of like personal stories.
I think this season you care more.
I must have been tone deaf to all the other trauma stories. Oops.
Well, it's because the quarantine, so now you're more aware of human emotion because you don't see it often.
Wait, that's tea actually.
Girl. That's quarantine.
That's quarantine actually.
We also hear from Crystal that her dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's. God, that broke my heart. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I come off as very beautiful and perfect, and I may not have like human emotions because like how can anyone so beautiful have those emotions?
Where is this going?
But I hate to see the people I love in pain. The thought of having to watch someone you love go through that, my heart broke for her. I'd much rather go through the pain than have someone else go through it. Well, someone I love. I mean, Alexis can go through it all she wants.
Damn, Alexis.
I'm sorry, Alexis is saying something?
I've never had crabs.
She doesn't have crabs.
I totally feel that, yeah. Seeing a loved one suffering, ooh.
No, it's tough.
There's nothing worse.
It's really tough. And then Gigi was like, hey, does anyone have any like tooth gap stuff for Madonna? And then Heidi was like, I already got mine. You girls better catch up.
Oh my God, Team Gap Tooth.
She always has
Tooth
one.
gap.
That's you. You're ready. Have you ever done a Madonna look?
No.
Should we go to the runway? Should we take it to the runway?
No, yeah. Take it to the runway.
Rue walks out. She is in that red vinyl with the black thigh-high boots, and she's got the crop.
She got her
and
whip
the
in
white
the hand.
hair.
Her hair's looking good.
I
thought she looked
Ooh.
amazing.
Amazing. And then we're introduced to the judges. Two of the most stunningly beautiful judges we've had all season. We have the model Winnie Harlow. Gorge. And then
she has a vitiligo. That's what she's famous for.
Yeah, and embracing it and being stunningly beautiful while doing it. And then we have AOC.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I love her.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched any of her Instagram live drag race stories?
Oh, I didn't know that she did that. She goes on Instagram Live and just talks about Drag Race?
Yeah, I don't know if she did it before season 11, but season 11 she definitely did. As she's like making a drink, she's like, let's talk about the episode. She is magic. She's a superhero.
You know what I love about her most is how angry people get at her because of how transparent she is. People get so angry whenever she speaks. I'm just like, well, I'm glad you're angry.
She was like doing an Instagram live last week where she was making a margarita in her kitchen and answering questions about politics and the current situation. And people were like, oh, she has time to make a margarita, but she doesn't have time to work. She's at home at night. Yeah, she gets time off. If the president can golf every day, she can make a margarita at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Look, she'll do everything right and they'll still have something to say.
Let's take it to the Madonna Rusical. So we'll just go girl by girl. We had Just Jan. We had Jan. She was early Madonna. She opened the show.
Stunning choreography, vocals, references, hitting the character right. She couldn't have done it any better.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have the same opinion.
Yeah, I think she killed it. And her voice is so incredible. Her look, she's an excellent drag queen.
This is what she does.
Excellent.
She brings the polish.
Then we had Jackie. She was the Like a Virgin queen. I thought she did a great job. I thought she was, I would hope to do as good as she did. But you could see her thinking about it.
Kind of blends in when you have to follow Jansport, you know?
I wanted to see her, like, when she gets on the floor and she's rolling, and she actually says, like, in the line, the lyric is something like, I'm rolling on the ground or whatever. I wanted to see, because Jackie's funny, like, I wanted to see Jackie, like, kind of make a moment out of it. We didn't see the performer come out of her that I know she has, because she's been killing it these last couple weeks.
Everyone really excelled in this challenge, I think. Everyone was just pushing really hard to win this one.
I think that's why this episode was so fun to watch. We saw the fire from absolutely everyone. Then we get into Gigi Good.
Wow.
The blonde ambition.
The skin, pale as snow, and it couldn't be more perfect. Red lip, beautiful hair, choreography there, back flips, springing left and right. The vocals were there.
Yeah.
She hit the vocals.
She was mesmerizing. I think Gigi had a leg up because she was so breathtaking. I think Jan may have gotten a little discounted because everyone was like, well, that's what she does. Yeah, and what she does is incredible because not a lot of people can do that.
If both of them are giving their 100%, it really just comes down to like the wow factor. And I think with all the judges, even Winnie Harlow, she like spoke up. She was like, oh my God, that is a model. I have competition. Like she really didn't speak up like that for the others. So I think Rue also listens to what the judges have to say, and he likes the model type and he relates to that. So I think Rue likes to pick someone that she sees herself in.
Rue likes rich-looking white ladies.
Rue likes rich-looking white ladies.
She's a fracker.
Mother fracker.
Brita came out as Cone Titties Madonna.
Big smiles, wide mouth, yo.
I loved the hair. I loved the costume. I wish the cones were bigger.
Yeah. She had a couple hiccups, I guess.
I don't know.
But the editors slipping in the shady, like, side eyes and, like, mute faces, mute reactions. I'm kind of like, were they really like that the whole time? Because Brita was really dancing her ass off there.
Yeah, that's one thing. And, you know, we've gotten a lot of comments of people, and I get it. I'm feeding into the edit I'm getting of Widow right now. I completely understand being taken by the edit of Brita, and I'm not saying it's all an edit. Believe me, I know there had to be something there. But having seen Brita perform in person and meeting her and you know, and knowing people who know her and love her, I think the editors are just doing her dirty, and I was honestly relieved that she left this episode because I'm just tired of having to defend my stance on Brita. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard for you. It's hard.
This has been so difficult on me. I have,
well, you get a break now.
Thank you.
You get a break now.
I need a breather.
You know, watching TV is not that easy anymore.
No. Also, a very funny moment during Brita's was her whole song was God Bless the Gays. And at one point they cut to Carson kind of lip syncing to it and singing God Bless the Gays, but his lip sync was a little off. And it reminded me of when you'd watch Oprah and there was like a musical guest and Oprah never knew the words, but they always cut to her and she'd be like,
my God.
Come on, Oprah. She never knew the words, but that never stopped her from trying.
No.
Because when you have that much money, you make up your own words.
Yeah, don't say anything.
No one's gonna say anything. Then we had Jada, who came out very sexy.
Very sexy.
I turned to Curtis and I was like, isn't she so beautiful? Stunning.
She's stunning. Stunning.
Stormy.
Came out with the smolder, did a little leg dance, strip tease on his,
That body, too. I just can't. I'm
that
obsessed
body.
with her. Crystal came out wearing Auntie Chan hair.
She really did. Here's a
Did
picture.
you talk to her? Was that your hair? Did you talk to her about that?
You know what? I interacted with her on Twitter this morning. It was like, notice the difference. I just want my residual. I just want my check.
And it's coming. I promise you, she will give you all of the money she won.
Now, how come when she does that
Oh,
hair whip, though, it stays on her head?
She pins it and does what other drag queens for the last.
Now, when you say
300 years have
pin,
done. Oh, safety pins. She just puts them directly into her scalp.
oh, I'm not gonna get into that.
Well, then you clearly don't want to be on TV. So I thought she was hilarious. I thought she was great.
Yeah.
So good.
Comedic relief.
Yeah, and then we go into Widow.
Oh yeah, Pimp Madonna. Pimp Kane Madonna.
I know I'm being biased this episode, but like her visible hip pads in that white suit.
Oh. You know what's always striking to me? Whenever they're getting ready, Widow's eyebrow and then her like foundation to cut the eyebrow underneath, I just still can't get used to that. That's just because how she does her makeup. Some people do makeup differently, I guess.
There are just certain queens you're not going to gel with as far as their particular makeup style is concerned. And for me, it's not for me. For me,
not for me. Ooh, put that on a shirt.
Heidi.
For me, not for
me. Not for me. Heidi, she came out as 60-year-old Madonna, she said. It was cute. It was fine.
The bitch
Again,
Madonna. Bitch Madonna.
Yeah. It was very Heidi hair and makeup. And I don't think we need to beat that point anymore.
Yeah.
But she's Heidi. That's one thing, you know, we can never take away from her. Is her charm.
It's her charm,
It's
her
just...
ability to win Miss Congeniality. We love it. She was breakdancing and flipping around and leaning on her neck. She was on her neck, literally on her neck.
On her neck.
And they said,
Which you're not supposed to do, according to the government.
There's this gay that like parodied Bitch I'm Madonna, Bitch I'm a Bottom. Have you seen it on Twitter?
No, but that sounds hilarious and
It's so bad. Homophobia has made several points. Sometimes
I
you're
gotta
like,
send it to my dad. He'll love it.
Well, send it to him. Send it to him.
Then they come out, they all do a final group number with their Daft Boy fans. So they raise up their Daft Boy fans. Some of them have their Daft Boy fans like in their hands kind of lower, but at one point they all raise their Daft Boy fans. They do like groups of 3, so they all come forward and do dances with their Daft Boy fans.
That name, you say it a lot, but it just doesn't stick in my head.
Dirt Squirrel.
Oh, I gotta get my Dirt Squirrel stuff. This was such a stellar Rusical. Really, up there.
Fun,
up
right?
there.
I'm glad I didn't see not a single kimono. So then we go to Night of 1,000 Michelles. So we'll start with Jan. She was Glamazonian Airways Michelle with her breastplate. The details of everything. She looked amazing.
Polished head to toe. The titties were so right. Plump and juicy. What Michelle is known for.
Well, what Michelle was known for. Now
yes.
she's known for trying to help people get rid of their boobs. She had a stoned suitcase. Did she have to pack that in another suitcase to get it to Drag Race?
I think that was just carry-on. She might have put a wig in there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Then we had Jackie as All-Stars Michelle. Jackie had the most intricate Michelle look. It was so spot on, so perfect, down to the corset custom nail she had on her ring finger, the lightning bolt ring. She had it down.
Jersey tees.
Jackie,
amazing.
Gigi, she was Michelle from her Soul System days. She said from the music video, Lovely Day. So a blonde Michelle Visage. She looked like a bikini Barbie Day.
Clever choice. They love the throwback. Obviously, it's just for them to enjoy. So if Michelle loved it, then I guess she did her job in the challenge. I know a lot of people are upset though because it was a bikini and she didn't have like boobs on her. But like that was Gigi Good's take on it. Like
she looked beautiful. Like she looked stunning. It was such a smart choice to do that Michelle because everyone's gonna go mostly for the Jersey Michelle that we know and love. But I don't know. I would have loved to see Gigi do like this character of Michelle.
What if Gigi came up with like these crazy pads and like really stacked on the body and just like
big old titties, the big black hair. Yeah, that would have been super fun. But she looked amazing.
She did.
We can't take that away from her.
For sure.
I know as a Drag Race fan, I had more of a reaction to Jackie, to Jan, you know, being the traditional Michelle than I did to Gigi. Brita, as the season 10 finale host, Michelle, the blue gown, the glasses, gorge.
The body was right. Her silhouette. Brita's silhouette is so amazing. I love it.
Michelle was very upset that the earrings weren't the same as the earrings that she had. Which, come on.
She wants a drop. Always a drop. She's like, I'd never wear a button.
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? And then Curtis, because he's still watching because it's on, Curtis was like, yeah, but if you think about it, she had the glasses, she had the gown. The only other detail, because it was simple Michelle that was there for her to get right, was the earrings. She got a third of the outfit wrong.
Ooh.
And I was like, you're right.
When you
You're
break it
absolutely
down.
right.
And you know what's sad too? Her card said, Brita Filter, you are the winner of this.
Which is not what she said at the season 10 finale. Brita wasn't even in season 10.
She did not say that.
So that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Jada, as the All-Stars Michelle with the icon necklace and the breastplate. She looked
I love that look.
amazing.
Love a big tacky jewelry. Love that on her.
Yeah. But that's a very beginner drag queen thing too. I feel like every drag queen when we start, we love to get the big statement necklaces that are like a pair of lips or lipstick or something that says bitch. You know what I mean?
Sassy, queen.
Sassy. A bow tie but in rhinestones. Like, we've all owned those. Crystal came out in the RuPaul show version of Michelle in The Lady in Red.
Mm-hmm.
She looked wonderful.
Amazing. That hair. I love that hair. I would wear
Alexis
that hair.
Bevels. Alexis does wear that hair.
That is Alexis's color.
Widow also, she came out, she also did a RuPaul show, Michelle, which I loved. I remember the RuPaul show and being a young gay kid and sneaking it and watching.
What year was
VH1.
that, the RuPaul show?
It was mid-90s. If I had to guess, I don't know. I would guess 97.
Oh, shit.
That's my guess.
Okay.
But yeah, she had the red, white, and blue look.
Mm-hmm.
She looked great.
She looked great, yep. I would have liked the wig to be a little bit fuller or a little
Draggy.
higher, a little draggy, not just fresh out the bag. Like, just up
Fresh
and down.
out the bag.
But
She cut the tag off right before she got out there.
Well.
And then finally, we had Heidi, who was dressed as Michelle on the set of Towie, The Only Way is Essex, which is like the Jersey Shore in England. So remember Cheryl Hole was from Essex?
Mm-hmm.
And she talked about it every 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. I love that Heidi just found a random look, like taken by the paparazzi as she's filming this weird show. Was it my favorite look? No. Michelle has a very precise face. Her makeup is very precise. And Heidi just doesn't have that ability.
She has very focused eyes. It's like very smolder and older.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bitch because Crystal did Crystal's makeup on Michelle and I loved it. So maybe I'm just
No, Heidi's look, there wasn't really a big distinction between Heidi being in a drag look and Heidi being Michelle Visage. Because that could have just looked like any drag queen's look.
So then they bring everyone back. We find out the tops and the bottom. The tops are Jan, Crystal, and Gigi. The bottom, Jackie, Heidi, and Brita. The top, Jan and Gigi were an easy call. I was really excited to see Crystal be included in that.
Yeah, she was very funny.
Yeah, and especially with her runway look and her doing her signature face on night that she's supposed to look like Michelle. I love that Michelle let that go and realized Crystal's good at what she does. The bottom, Heidi and Brita, I get. Jackie, I don't necessarily get. I understand that she didn't have the life behind her during the performance, but the runway was so strong and she didn't fuck up the performance. It was very clear to me that she would not be lip syncing. I'll say that.
Yeah. It was a very tough episode to like decide who was going to be in the bottom because everyone just did so well, so.
I loved though that this was the episode where Jan actually got to talk to the judges. She's never been able to really be critiqued because she's always been safe. And I know that meant a lot to Jan. Jackie was able to talk to AOC about her working to help immigrant families, especially since her mom is an immigrant from Iran. That was really sweet. That was nice.
It was awesome to see her in Untucked 2 saying that everyone is included, you know, that the drag queens are the heroes. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you really know how to earn someone's vote. Boom.
Oh, girl, I want to move to New York just to vote for her.
Yes.
Well, and to see Brita, the Queen of New York.
Well, yes, all hail.
So then, one of the most memeable moments of the episode, Jan, you're safe. Of the top 3, that's the first safe. The look that she gives. I retweeted this, I thought it was so funny. I'll put it up here right now because I can't remember the name of the person who read it, but they said, this is the origin story of Jan as a supervillain.
Yes.
The death look she gave at being safe.
She did the slowest turn. She went,
And then she gets back there and she's just like she just came out of her body. She's like disassociated completely.
I wonder what was going through her head. I wonder.
God, I love Jan. I really do. She is an A+ drag queen. There's certain people that you just see them and you're like,
Stellar.
that's you.
Yeah.
You know this. You know what you're doing. Jan is one of those people. And to see her get so close to finally hearing you are one of those people and then to be like, no, you're not. Good TV.
We'll see what happens next episode. If they keep this up, if they keep sleeping on her.
Then we find out Gigi won.
Yay.
Her third win, girl.
Her third win. Only episode, what, 5?
This is episode 7. But this is the 5th episode of all of them together. Because remember, the first 2 episodes, they were split.
Right.
So this is, out of 5 episodes of all of them together, this is her 3rd win.
Jeez.
That's bonkers.
Jesus.
Then we get to the bottom. Jackie is safe. No one is surprised.
Mm-hmm.
We get on to Heidi and Brita. Heidi, what did you think of their lip sync?
The thing is, I didn't think about it. I was like, not really moved by it. Brita was doing her thing where she was just lip syncing wild, and Heidi did her dance moves and was showing her panties, but I was kind of uncomfortable by that.
Brita said she's going to leave it all out on the stage. So I was ready for Brita to be intense, and I was ready for her to over-emote and kind of overplay it, which she did. She was very much a little too much. But Brita was consistent. I could see her telling a story, and I could see where her mind was moving. Heidi did the same thing she did in the first lip sync that I saw her do, is that it was all over the place. It was so disjointed. She would do like, I'm gonna do the splits now. And then she'd be like, okay, what do I do next? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tap on my head. Okay, what am I gonna do next? I get it. It was Brita's time. There was no other choice. No matter who she lip synced against.
They were like, okay, look, she's hit her plateau.
But there was a fluidity in her lip sync that Heidi just doesn't have. It's a bit of a mess.
Heidi was chaotic, but I don't know, is storytelling more important to a lip sync than like doing every single gag you possibly can? Because that's kind of what Heidi was going for.
To me, it's more important, but to RuPaul, it's clearly not. And you know, RuPaul has the money because of natural gas found in the earth. So we said goodbye to Brita. She like hugged everyone, you know, she did her whole Brita thing. I think Brita will be back on All Stars as a villain.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I do.
Her exit where she was like, as you Brita work. Yeah, I was like, she is fighting those
She sounded like
so
Dorinda.
Hard. Yeah. If I keep talking, I won't have time to emotionally process this. Yeah. All right, Queen, go ahead.
We have shared so many opinions this episode, but there is one person who's been in our ear the whole time who has even more opinions. So let's send it over her way. Please put your phone in front of your face and give it up. Why did I say give it up? Wait. Put your phone in front of your face and watch Alexis P. Bevels.
Hello and welcome back to Intern Minute. I'm head intern from IMHO, Alexis P. Bevels. Today the P stands for Patti LuPone. Now you listen up. If you don't know who Patti LuPone is, I'm willing to forgive you, because this world does not celebrate Broadway stars the way they celebrate reality stars. And that is not okay with me, but it is the reality. Kiki's Delivery Service is one of my absolute favorite movies. It actually came out the year I was born. And then when they redubbed it with English, for English, Phil Hartman voiced the cat, and Kirsten Dunst voiced Kiki. And I wanted to be her so bad. I know it's completely inappropriate, but her first kiss was Brad Pitt. It is inappropriate, but at the time, I was around the same age. I wanted that to be me. One time I ran an interview with the vampire without telling my parents, and then I never took it back, and the video store called them, and the charge was like $80 because I kept it for so long. Sorry, Mom. Am I a fan of Madonna? You know, I'll tell you what. Her music, I was first introduced to Madonna because my older sisters would watch this movie called Desperately Seeking Susan, and that was very much the early Madonna, like Jan motif. I don't remember, I haven't seen it in so long, but I think it was a movie about a girl like doing what she wants. Is that right? I also was and still am obsessed with A League of Their Own. That movie is so good. And I was also obsessed with the Rosie O'Donnell show. And if you were obsessed with it like I was, you know that Rosie and Ro and Mo, as they called each other, were BFFs. And Madonna came on the show, which was huge because I don't think Madonna was doing a lot of she wasn't doing the circuit. She was doing circuit parties. She wasn't doing the talk show circuit. I love Ro. I love Mo. In a sense, I am a stan of Madonna, the icon. I don't have all of her CDs or her cassette tapes. I don't have all those. I appreciate it. I love her, but I'm not spending all that money for those tickets to tours or whatever. Dixie Lynn Cartwright, you are a psychic with a very good memory. I looked it up on my phone. Where's my phone? Oh. Edit that out. I looked it up RuPaul show premiered 1996. You said 1997. That is a good memory. There have been a few performances in the RuPaul canon that I have been obsessed with. And I gotta say, even though I too am Team Jan, I have watched Gigi's section of the Rusical 300 times so far since it came out in the last 24 hours. It's so captivating. But mostly what I'm looking at, and I mean no disrespect, Gigi and Gigi's mom, hello. I'm marveling at the way it's placed. There should have been a nip slip, and there wasn't, which is fantastic. You're a pro. Your polish is incredible. I wish I could look like you. In fact, that's why I did this. I tried to do your makeup. I don't understand how there wasn't a nip slip unless, and I think that I wouldn't put it past her, unless she covered it so they wouldn't have had to do the censor. I'm just really marveling at that, and I hope that's not inappropriate. I'm sorry if it is, Gigi. Also, the chug was so thrilling when you threw it back. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I need to stop. And lastly, I just want to say to everyone, no, I've never had crabs, but as soon as this quarantine is over, I am going to try my hardest to get some. This has been your Intern Minute. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I'm going to order a P for pizza. I was going to try and do elevator.
Wow, Alexis. So much to say.
I love to hear it all the time.
And thank you so much for pointing out that I was very close to the RuPaul starting date. I said 97 because that was the year we lost Diana. So that's always on my mind.
Yeah, you live pre and post Diana's death, right? Like everything before 97, everything after.
Oh, absolutely. It's BD, PD. AD. BD, AD. Before Diana, after Diana. I do want to thank everyone who's continued to support us. It's been so incredibly humbling to see people not only like tipping us, but just the kind comments in general. So we want to thank you for that. We also want to thank the people who have tipped us. It's truly our livelihood right now. So we just want to thank you so much. It means the world to us, and we just want to thank you right now. Chan, do you want to sing?
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Tequila. Da-dun-da-na-na-na-na-na.
Thank you. Also, patrons, we thank you so much for dealing with us as we slowly get things out to you. But patrons, as always, we love you so much. All right, well, Chan, I will, I guess I'll see you next week.
Okay, well, I'll see you next week. Stay well. I'll see you on the internet, too.
See you on the internet. Bye.
Oh.